This is Willard Street under the Canopy. I'm going to take you down the driveway here. These couple trees on the right with the blue tags are going to get removed, and that'll be the edge of the drive coming in. A lot of fill dirt will come from the pond to make this driveway nice and flat. Now, as we're coming up this little hill, you can't see it very well from this drone footage, but it comes up a bit of a hill right here. This will be this right about where that pine tree is, that large pine tree. That'll be where the garage is. So now we're pretty much at the front of where the garage is going to be. Now we're looking at where the front of the house is, right about here. Now we're basically at the front door, looking where the house will be. All these blue tag trees will be removed. There's a couple I'd like to relocate that are still small enough we could possibly relocate them. The other ones will turn into lumber or firewood. So now we're turning back around, do a quick pan. This looks out at the pond that's going to be out in the front. Sure, those palmettos will be cleared up and you'll be able to see the pond better from the front of the house. All right, now we're moving basically middle of the house, kind of back patio area, and we're looking west. So this would be like looking out the west window of one of the back guest bedroom. So now we're going to be basically on the west yard coming out of our property. That big pine tree is kind of like right on, just over the property line. So there's a right of way. Now this is the public right of way between our two lots, and there is a trail now like that cuts through this area where the wood chip is there. That cuts through to around the back side of our house, back side of the property. Might have to do a little bit more underbrushing to make sure this trail is nice and wide. Probably put down some wood chip just to make sure it's not too sandy. There's a lot of pine trees, so the pine needles make a good covering as well. So that little palm there that we're flying over right now, we'll probably have to go to open this up just a bit. So this, what we're looking at, is going to be where we park trailers and boats and things like that. Maybe someday it'll be a shop or a garage if we can afford it. But for now, it'll be basically boat parking and trailer parking back here. So again, we're looking at the northernmost part of the clearing area. And this is probably a spot where I'm going to put some brush and limbs temporarily while we're waiting to mulch them up. They'll be out of the way. They can be stored back there. So now we're going to fly forward under the canopy back towards the house area. And this is going to be a nice landscaped area that goes between the trailer parking, boat parking, and the house. And we're going to put, try and make some nice landscaping back here that blends in with the existing trees. Most of these trees will stay back here. There's one or two that'll have to go. So now we're going to make our way up the western side of where the house will be and back out the drive. This is kind of where the western side of the house / garage western wall is. So we're heading back out the driveway. And over towards the pond area. So we're digging a pond out front because the area was already low and we're going to need that dirt to elevate the driveway and grading around the house. Like I said before, those trees right there in the frame are going to get removed because they're in the way of the driveway. They're rotted out anyway. Okay, so this is the pond area. These two big palms that I'm flying by are going to stay, and they'll be like a little peninsula. And this will all be dug out and turned into a pond. So this eastern property line over here, there's a little old fence back there. We'll landscape that up all nice, make it look good. And then now we're looking back towards where the house will be. Off in the distance, you can kind of see there the clearing where the house is. Now I'm going to fly up here and get a top-down look at the pond area. I'm excited about the pond. I think it's going to be cool. It's going to be really good for drainage, so we don't have to worry about flooding. If we get a bunch of rain, it'll just flow down into our pond. And there's already stormwater drains out by the road, but we'll keep most of our rain and it'll just go down into our pond. All right, so now we're flying back out to the driveway. I think I'll put maybe some either cool landscaping right here where I'm flying over, or maybe a turnaround point right there. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see what happens. More videos to come. Hope you enjoyed.